Damas y caballeros, have you been struggling with trying to figure out when to use ser or when to use estar? When is the right time? Stay tuned. I got that information for you right here. Hola, 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 bienvenidos damas y caballeros, despiértense. Aquí tenemos otro episodio, un episodio extra. We got an extra episode right here, ladies and gentlemen, for you, a bonus episode. And we like to call this WTF Wednesdays, ladies and gentlemen. What things frustrate you on a Wednesday? And we're talking about what things frustrate us when it comes to el español, right? Things that frustrate us in Spanish. And a lot of people, when they're learning Spanish, they're oftentimes struggling with when to use ser or when to use estar. So if you're struggling with that, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break this thing down for you so that you can understand when to use one or the other. All right. So I'm going to stay down in this bottom corner. This is brought to you once again by Carolina Language Solutions. I'm presenting Profe Don Omar, WTF Wednesdays. This is episode 1. I think this is all we're going to need after this, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we've got our social media platform information. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as right here on YouTube at Profe Don Omar Habla Conmigo TV. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Be a blessing to somebody else if you know they're trying to learn Spanish or they're struggling with some of these things that we talk across the channel. Make sure you give this information to them. Also, make sure you tap that notification bell so that you'll know when we're dropping the hotness for you, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. All right, so aquí tenemos la agenda de hoy, damas y caballeros. You know how we always start off. Check it out. We've got la palabra del día. We've got doctor. All right, we got a little acronym we're going to learn. Then we've got help, the next acronym we're going to learn. Then we've got some práctica. And then after that, we've got repaso. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how we always do it. La palabra de hoy. The word for today es donde. Repita, donde. All right. In inglés, where. All right. Where. Ok, damas y caballeros, vamos a continuar. Aquí tenemos un diagrama. Okay, we've got a diagram here. And this acronym is doctor, right? So it says here, doctor stands for date, occupation, characteristic, time, origin, and relation. And so we use this with el verbo ser, right? And so, ¿qué significa el verbo ser? Ser significa to be in English, right? And it says ser is used to describe things that are usually pretty permanent, right? I don't like to use that as a defining term, but it's what we most often find people telling us when to use the verb ser. So that's why I've come up with this acronym right here, that we can utilize this acronym to help us better understand when to use the verb ser, right? So let me bring this back a little bit, and then we're gonna backtrack. So ser, basically, we have the date, right? We're going to break these down. And then, of course, you can read the highlighted boxes. I'm not going to go through that for you. I know you can read, ladies and gentlemen, or you wouldn't be on this channel, right? So let's keep going right here. So the first thing we need to know are the different forms of the verb ser, right? And we already know when we're going to use it. And we're going to break that down even further. So stay with me, right? So aquí tenemos las formas del verbo ser en español. Tenemos yo soy, right? Tú eres, él, ella es, nosotros somos, ustedes son, ellos, ellas son, right? So if you're very, very new to this Spanish thing, so you're probably figuring, what the heck are you talking about, right? So yo soy, I am, tú eres, you are, él, ella es, he or she is, nosotros, nosotras, not up on the screen here, but nosotros, nosotras, we are. And then we've got ustedes son, y'all are. And then we've got ellos, ellas son, they are. All right. So these are the different forms of the verb ser, las formas diferentes, right? And they all are different forms of to be, right? We don't walk around in English saying I to be from United States. We would say I am from the United States, right? So this is what we're talking about right here, the different forms. And here's some additional information, which we've already covered in our acronym, right? So let's take a look here. So aquí tenemos el primer ejemplo. The D, which we said stands for day or date. Here's an example right here. Aquí tenemos un ejemplo. Hoy es lunes, right? We're talking about the day. Today is Monday. And aquí tenemos una forma del verbo ser. Here we have a form of the verb ser. Es, right? Here's the next one. The O. The first O we said was occupation, right? In doctor. Yo soy médico or yo soy médica, depending on if it's a lady or a man speaking about themselves. I am a doctor, right? So here we have una forma del verbo ser. All right? Soy, I am. Aquí tenemos la C, right? Characteristics, right? Por ejemplo, ella es bonita, right? She is pretty, okay? Tenemos una forma de verbo ser, all right? Aquí con es. The T in doctor stands for time, right? Por ejemplo, lo siento. Aquí tenemos son las 5. Son las 5. We're telling time. It's 5 o'clock. Okay. Son las 5. And we'll dive into telling time a little later here and how to learn how to tell time. We'll be definitely covering that here on the channel. So stay tuned to that. And then, of course, we have O, which is origin. Right. Tell them where someone is from. Por ejemplo, ¿de dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Right. Where are you from? Now, all of these phrases are good phrases for you to keep up with. So hopefully you've been writing them down into Cuaderno. If not, you need to rewind this back and go back through it again and get these down, because these are very, very useful for the time being and for things to come as we continue on in this journey. All right. So here we have the R in doctor. All right. Relationship. Por ejemplo, nosotros somos hermanos, right? We are brothers, all right? And I don't know if you can pick up what I'm putting down with these two pictures in the background, but I'll let you figure that thing out. All right, damas y caballeros, now we're going to transition into what we call el verbo estar. Yeah, el verbo estar is diferente, all right? El verbo estar, it means to be, right? It still means to be. But we have to have another acronym to help us understand when to use el verbo estar, right? So we have help, right? So help, what does it stand for? Health, emotion, location, and present progressive tense, right? And then it also tells us a little definition. This is like super layman, basic definition. Estar is used to describe things that are considered temporary. Yeah, we can go with that definition, right? But we're going to give you some more information right here. So it says here, got a little rhyme here I want you to remember. It says to talk about how we feel or where we are, always use the verb estar. Bars, right? To talk about how we feel. That's, health, emotion, right? Or where we are, right? That's talking about location. Always use the verb estar. All right, so we're going to jump into that a little bit more here. Let me get to my screen here. Okay, so a particular concept to describe an action that is happening right now at the moment is what we call using the present progressive tense. Let me give you an example. I am listening. I am speaking, right? That is what I'm doing right now. I am listening. You are listening. I am speaking. You are writing. Those are things that you're doing right now, right? So that is what we call the present progressive. That's a light definition. No need to go into it very deeply right now. Okay, so remember, aquí tenemos las formas del verbo ser, ¿verdad? All right. Y ahora tenemos las formas del verbo estar, right? So here are the different forms of the verb estar. What you might be saying, hey, wait a minute now. Why do we need different forms of these verbs? Well, remember, you don't go around saying I to be from the United States. You say I am. We're conjugating in the English language. You just don't even realize that's what we're doing, right? They never taught us that in an English class, right? You had to read these crazy stories, Beowulf and whatnot, and Romeo and Juliet, and something crazy, which never taught you actually what you say and why you say what you say, right? Well, here you're going to learn that what we're doing is conjugating the verbs. We're changing the verb to agree with the subject, right? So we always got to have subject verb agreement. And so here are different forms. We've got, and let me make this bigger for you because it's super big for me right here on the screen, pause. But so we have yo estoy, tú estás, él está, or ella está, nosotros estamos, and then nosotras estamos, and then ellos, ellas, ustedes están, right? So you've got all these different forms. ¿Cómo se dice yo estoy in English, right? We've got I am. Tú estás, you are. Él, ella está, he or she is, right? Nosotros, nosotras estamos, we are. Ellos, ellas están, they are. Ustedes están, y'all are, right? So you might be saying, well, wait a minute though. These are the same words. Yeah, they are. But that's why we have these acronyms, right? We've got doctor to tell you when to use the verb ser. We've got help to help us understand when to use the verb estar. Let us continue here so you'll understand where we're going. And once again, make sure you remember these phrases here. Estar is used for how you feel in location, right? So make sure you're picking up what I'm putting down. Here we go. The first letter is H. La primera letra es H, right? We're talking about health, right? Por ejemplo, yo estoy enfermo, or yo estoy enferma, depending on if it's a lady or a man speaking, right? Y aquí tenemos la letra E, emoción, right? Por ejemplo, tú estás nervioso, or tú estás nerviosa, right? Depending on if it's a guy or girl. If it's a guy, tú estás nervioso. If it's a young lady speaking about her, if it's someone speaking about a young lady, we would use tú estás nerviosa. If I'm speaking about a man, tú estás nervioso. You are nervous, right? Here we go. The L, la L, we're talking about location, right? Por ejemplo, Juan está perdido, right? Juan está perdido. Juan is lost, all right? Y la P, estamos hablando de presente progresivo, actions that are happening right now. Por ejemplo, me estoy cepillando los dientes, all right? That just simply says I'm brushing my teeth. That's something someone is doing right now. Yo tengo otro ejemplo aquí. I have another example right here for you. Nosotros o nosotras estamos aprendiendo el español, right? Nosotros o nosotras estamos aprendiendo el español. We are learning Spanish. That's what we're doing right now, right? We're talking about an action that is occurring right now. Remember, you use nosotros if it's a mixed group or just a group of guys. Nosotras if it's just a group of ladies by themselves. All right, damas y caballeros, ahora tenemos la práctica, right? We've got the practice here. I want you to fill out these answers, ladies and gentlemen. You can pause the screen, do what you need to do. Let me get myself out of the way here so that you can see number 5, right? There you go. So we've got Miguel, blank, muy bien. Yo, blank, de Nueva York. Tu mamá, blank, es bonita. Mi amigo y yo, blank, en La Habana. Ellos, blank, hermanos, right? Make sure you get your answers and do me a favor. Put those in the comment section below. I'll check on them, and let you know what you got right, or if you're missing something or you need to go back and check one. I'll definitely do that for you, ladies and gentlemen. So let us continue on here. What do we've got? We've got the review, I believe. All right. So we got to wrap it up. It's that time, right? So what are we wrapping up here? We've got the acronyms, right? We got the acronym for ser, when to use that. And we got a little bar right here for who you are and from where. Always use the verb ser. Bars. Check it out. Let it marinate. All right. I want you to know that little phrase there. Okay. And what are we talking about? For who you are. You're describing yourself. That's characteristics, right? And from where we're talking about origin. Always use the verb ser. The next one, we're talking about the acronym HELP for the verb estar, right? So to talk about how we feel or where we are, always use the verb estar. Bars. So make sure you know these two phrases here that help you along the way when to decide to use ser or when to use the verb estar. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have our information here available for you. If you're looking for more self-paced content, here we have many of our items here available for you at Carolina Language Solutions. Most specifically, our courses. These are the items that you see down here at the bottom: how to become a better Spanish speaker in 30 days or less, or our secret strategies to speaking Spanish for men, how to master basic Spanish in 30 days or less. That is also our volume 1 self-paced content. There are 5 classes in that one, 5 classes in this one. This is I think this is 3 classes to work on, 3 or 4 classes to work on your pronunciation for women, as well as 3 or 4 classes right here for improving your Spanish pronunciation for men. And our recent addition here is our book on 8 strategies to become a better Spanish speaker in 30 days or less. So definitely make sure you get in contact with us. Check the links below so that you can get those items today. All right, damas y caballeros, I have enjoyed my time here with you on WTF Wednesdays. Soy Profe Don Omar. Aquí tenemos la información social. Here we have our social media information, our platforms here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue to bring you the brand new hotness here. So hit that notification bell so that you know when we're dropping these things. We just hit you with a bonus today, baby. WTF Wednesdays, what things frustrate you on Wednesday here. We're talking about when it comes to the verbs or when it comes to the nouns, the rules, the grammar. We're just talking about anything with Spanish in general. It's been a great opportunity educating you on this information today. Damas y caballeros, nos vemos.